What's going on, guys? The Steelers face the 3-6 Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I believe they're 3-6. Correct us if I'm wrong, and I'll be honest with you, I'd be lying to you if I said I'm not a little worried about this game, but
because Steelers always have history losing to bad teams in their stadiums.
Yeah, we all know the history. Like we always lose to bad teams in their stadiums. But here's the thing. Let's be realistic. We should blow out the freaking Colts. I mean, the
Colts have no offense. They have no defense. I think they could have a good offense if Andrew Luck was playing, but obviously he's out for the entire season.
Yeah, and the thing is, we've destroyed them the past 3 seasons, and the Colts just came off a win where they beat a Texans team that just lost to Deshaun Watson
due to an ACL injury.
Yeah, and he was on fire. He was
literally looking to be Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, surprisingly to me.
And they could barely beat the Texans with Tom Savage.
Yeah, they barely beat the Texans with Tom Savage starting. So, if you look at us, they're facing a team with a much better defense that's playing out of their freaking minds.
And an offense that's upgrading each week.
Yeah, it's getting better. So, realistically, we should destroy the Colts here.
I mean, we've done that throughout the past 3 years.
Yeah, but I'll give credit to T.Y. Hilton, Jacoby Brissett had great games last week. T.Y. Hilton's a freak. He's a monster.
No, I don't think Jacoby Brissett's too bad. I think he could be better with a better offensive line.
Yes.
And the Colts have no offensive line whatsoever. I think their only best lineman is perhaps maybe Ryan Kelly or their left tackle. I can't remember his name.
Yeah. But, I mean, like I said, T.Y. Hilton and Jacoby Brissett had good games last week. But like I said, they're facing a defense that's playing at an elite level. And we've done really good at shutting down T.Y. Hilton the past 3 seasons. But that's not going to stop me from being a little bit worried about him because...
T.Y. Hilton's probably the only player I'm worried about in this game because T.Y. Hilton is a freaking freak. He's a monster.
Yeah,
he's one of the fastest players in the NFL. He is extremely underrated.
Yes, exactly. I agree with you there. He is probably one of the most, if not the most underrated wide receiver in the league right now.
Absolutely.
I mean, he led the league in receiving yards last year.
And that's hard to believe. It really is. And the Colts didn't do anything.
Yeah, then again, he had Andrew Luck. And when Andrew Luck's healthy, and if he has a good offensive line behind him, he's a monster.
Yeah,
exactly. He's one of the best in the league. And see, that's the thing that sucks about Andrew Luck because I think the Colts have came out and said that they don't think Andrew Luck is going to be able to play in the NFL ever again. And that's
what they said about Peyton Manning, though.
Yeah, that's true.
And look how that turned out.
Yeah.
So if they get rid of Andrew Luck, that's probably going to blow up in their face.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But it's just that's kind of to blame on the Colts because they never gave him really good targets besides T.Y. Hilton. Dante Moncrief's not bad. Jack Doyle's not bad. But he's never had a really good offensive line, and he kept getting hurt and beat up by the defense.
And injured, exactly.
So he never really had a good offensive line, so he really never got a chance to show his full potential because I still think he has a lot to show.
Considering he's still very young.
Yes, but the defensive or the offensive line of the Colts just prevented that.
Exactly.
So that's kind of upsetting. The Colts might release him or they might trade him.
After they just gave him the biggest contract in NFL history.
Yeah.
So it's like
if they trade him or if they release him, I can see him going to the Broncos maybe be another Peyton Manning, but they don't really have a good offensive line.
They have a better offensive line than the Colts.
much better. Garrett Bowles, Ron Leary, is that his name? The guard, former Cowboy.
Ronald Leary?
I think so. I can't remember, but he could go to the Broncos, be like another Peyton Manning. Obviously not as good, but I mean, I hate to say he could possibly go to the Patriots.
Back to the game, like Jacoby Brissett, he's not too bad. T.Y. Hilton's like I said, the only player I'm really worried about. Their offense is not too bad, but it's not that great.
Yeah, and like I said, we've shut down T.Y. Hilton the past 3 seasons we faced him. But like I said, I'm still a little worried about him because he's a freak. But I expect us to shut him down pretty good, especially since Joe Hayden and Artie Burns are playing very well, especially Joe Hayden.
Exactly.
So, it should be a pretty fun matchup there, Joe Hayden, T.Y. Hilton. But I expect us to do pretty good against them.
Yeah, exactly.
And against this entire Colts offense. The Colts don't really have an offense.
The only good players they got really is Jacoby Brissett right now, T.Y. Hilton, Jack Doyle, and perhaps, Frank Gore.
Yeah, a future Hall of Famer. And I'll be honest, I'm a little worried about him because don't let his age fool you. He's still a very good hard runner.
Oh, I think he's still a freaking monster.
In my opinion, he's a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
And, but the thing is, the Colts, we've stated this already. Their offensive line ain't nothing. They've allowed 36 sacks this season.
Was that the most in the NFL right now?
I believe so. So, our rushing game should do pretty good, hopefully. But, like I said, don't let Frank Gore's age fool you. And speaking of the offensive line, our pass rush should have a hell of a game.
Yeah, especially with Tua potentially coming back because, the Steelers are just coming off a bye week, and Tua getting given that time to relax and, get healthy again. Tua come back in this game could very well help our pass rush and help our defense.
Exactly.
It's even the rushing game.
Exactly, and we're going to have Watt, Dupree, Shazier, Vince Williams, Hayward, Hargrave.
James Harrison?
Yeah, Harrison, maybe put Chickalo in there. I mean, this defense, especially the pass rush, have a hell of a game.
Absolutely. I expect it. I expect that.
And, honestly, our defense should have a hell of a game overall because they're going against the Colts, or the Colts offense that are 25th or they're the 25th ranked offense. Andrew Luck's out for the season. The receivers haven't done much except for Jack Doyle and T.Y. Hilton. Their running game's okay. Their offensive line sucks. So, realistically, our defense should have a hell of a game.
Oh, I freaking hope so.
I mean, that's how I see it.
Get some pass rush, cause some turnovers.
Yeah.
I'm expecting that from the defense.
And I'm expecting a lot of turnovers because I'll give credit. Jacoby Brissett's pretty good at getting rid of the ball under pressure sometimes, but against our speed, the speed we have on our defense and on our pass rush, we could cause a lot of mistakes here. I hope that,
We could.
And as for their defense, I mean,
nothing special.
They're one of the worst in the league. I think they're just in front of New England. So, realistically, our offense should have a hell of a game, especially with the history Ben has against the Colts. I mean, the game-saving tackle against the Colts in the divisional round back in 2005.
Yeah, then he had that 6-touchdown game back in 2014. He had 4 touchdown passes in 2015 and 3 touchdown passes last year on Thanksgiving.
All to Antonio Brown. So, he has very great history against the Colts, man. He always plays great against the Colts.
Exactly.
So, he should have a hell of a game, especially with Antonio Brown playing out of his mind. I mean, he just had a bye week, and he's still leading the NFL in receiving yards by over 100 yards.
That's freaking insane.
That's
freaking crazy. That really is.
And
Martavis Bryant is, going to play in this game.
Yeah, so we didn't trade him, so I think we're going to use him more, and I think he's going to have a much bigger role in this offense.
Considering the Colts don't have a good second corner, because I do think Vontae Davis won't play in this game because I think he has an injury. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he does.
Yeah, but I'm not really worried about him because anytime Antonio Brown goes up against him, he kills him.
He torches him. Yeah. He torches him. Makes him. He's
like
burnt toast.
He scored 3 touchdowns on him last year.
Exactly. So, and Martavis Bryant going up against, I don't even know who their second corner is.
I don't know either.
So I'm expecting somewhat of a decent game from Bryant. If he wants to, get some big plays going on and everything, try to show the Steelers that, he deserves to be a number 2 receiver.
Yeah.
He's got to make some big plays, and especially with the remainder of the season.
Yeah, the second half of the season. I think he's going to have a much bigger role in the second half of the season, and I think he's going to get a lot of load in this game, or at least I hope so. And, Juju's playing crazy good. He's playing hide and seek with defenses. Le'Veon Bell, I expect another big game from him. I mean, the Colts rushing defense is meh.
But Le'Veon Bell makes rush defense from meh to freaking awful.
Yeah, so I expect a big game from Bell, receiving and rushing.
Yeah.
So, overall, this offense should have a hell of a game.
Seriously. Yeah, I'm not really too worried about the defense. I mean, they did lose a rookie, Malik Hooker.
Yeah, I would be more hesitant about us having a hell of a game if Malik Hooker was playing, but he's out for the season. And I honestly think Malik Hooker's going to have a hell of an NFL career.
Like I said, Vontae Davis might not even play. He probably wasn't going to do anything anyway because he's not the all-pro corner that he used to be back in 2014.
Yeah, and they got rid of Mike Adams this past offseason. He went to the Panthers. He's doing pretty good. I think he has 3 or 4 picks this season. So who they got? Really? Vontae Davis, but like you said, he might not even play or start. Who else they have?
They don't really have that big of a pass rush, really.
They don't. John Simon, who else is there?
They have Jonathan Hawkins, their D tackle, but I haven't seen any big plays from him all year.
Yeah, and I don't really know too many players on the Colts defense, mainly because I don't really pay attention to them, and they're just terrible. So, they're the 31st ranked defense in the league. If that's terrible.
That's just freaking ridiculous.
That's awful. That's second to last. That's just in front of New England.
I believe so, yeah.
So this offense should have a hell of a game realistically. This entire team, offensively and defensively, should have a hell of a game, and I expect that. But like I said, the Steelers, we all know the history with the Steelers facing bad teams in their stadiums. But here's the thing. The past 3 seasons where we've blown out the Colts, where we've beaten the Colts, Chuck Pagano has been their coach. He is still their coach, obviously.
He's always had bad luck against the Steelers. It's like he cannot beat them whatsoever.
Exactly. He has no luck against the Colts. He never does anything against the Steelers. He doesn't do anything against the Steelers. So I expect a big game of great performance from this team overall, especially the offense.
Without a doubt.
So honestly, I see us winning. There's no reason why we shouldn't. I don't see why.
I mean, coming off a bye week with our players, more healthy and everything, more energized and
Right.
everything, I don't see why we would lose. I really don't.
I don't either, especially against.
I
a
really
terrible team
cannot
like the
see us
Colts.
losing. I can't.
Especially against a terrible team like the Colts. And yes, like I said, like we stated, we all know the Steelers have a bad teams, but Chuck Pagano is still our coach. In the past 3 seasons we faced him, he has no luck against us. So I see a big game.
I'm expecting it.
Mike Tomlin has always outbeaten Chuck Pagano every time we faced him. So I expect the same here.
Right.
So I expect a big game, man.
Right.
Keys to win this game: just continue offense. Continue to run the ball and spread the ball and protect Ben.
Defense, stop the run.
And get in the end zone.
Yes, for offense.
Yes, get in the end zone. Seriously.
I hope during the bye week, I hope they fix that shit up.
Yeah, seriously.
They have to.
Especially in the second half of the season, it's going to be very crucial.
Yeah,
so
because we're going up against a lot more tougher teams.
Yeah, so red zone offense, get in the end zone.
But yeah, defense, guys, stop the run, get the pass rush going. You have to get the pass rush going.
And force turnovers and cover your guy.
Exactly.
So, man, let's just get this win. I'm very confident about this game. I expect a big game. I definitely see us winning, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't. But I don't see why we don't win.
Right.
That's just me. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. I see a big win here. Let's advance to 7-2, and let's stay at the top of the AFC, man. Should be a very interesting game, very fun game. Can't wait this Sunday. Hope you guys enjoy the game, and let's just get this done, man. Let's get this done. Should be a good game.
Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later.
Peace! Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.